What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go.
And oh man, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with a brand new one, kicking off the new season. Everybody's back to school. We're back to podding. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How are you?
Doing fantastic, man. Definitely looking forward to football kicking off. And then we got fantasy football kicking off. Man, it's gonna be a lot of parlays. It's gonna be a lot of stuff being thrown at the TV. So we're gonna see what happens, man.
Parlay season is back.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's kick it right off, man. NFL's back in full effect. I mean, we're still waiting on that Parsons deal, man.
You think it's going to happen?
Honestly, I would like to say he stick to his guns and doesn't play. But I think in today's NFL, players don't got the heart to miss out on that money, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, I think. But I do think they eventually get some sort of deal done. But yeah, the fact that it's almost like, I know Darrell Revis was talking about this, but like having an owner trying to broker a deal on the side without the agent is a little sketchy, which is kind of what Jerry was doing. But the fact that they haven't talked since like April is a little strange. And the part I don't get is like you have a guy who actually wants to be here, just wants to be paid with the market, which is fair. I don't know. It seems a little short-sighted on the Cowboys side.
Yeah, but they've always done that. They feel like it's kind of like it's a privilege for you to want to be a Cowboy. So, you know, the deal will get done whenever we feel like it should be done. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you know, they kind of got like an old school mentality. So, you know, they were saying Jerry's been doing this in the past with a bunch of different deals. We saw what happened when Dak was going through the same situation. Eventually Dak got a deal, but I mean, honestly, I hope he does sit out. I don't know. You know, I hate to say it the whole season just because it's the Cowboys, but I do want him to get paid. But ultimately, he's pretty much be there for the next 2 years if he doesn't get traded, at least. So, but we're gonna have to wait and see, man.
Yep.
Maybe it's an Emmitt Smith type of situation where they start off slow, defense is sucking, and you know Jerry kind of caves in, and they get the deal done. But we're gonna have to wait and see how it plays out, man.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
And then speaking of deals, your boy Hendrickson, he got a deal. This is a weird deal. Don't get me wrong, he's getting an extra $14 million a year.
Yeah. So it isn't and isn't, right? So the Bengals didn't want to give him a long-term deal. They don't a long-term big money deal, right? He's 30. I totally get that. You know, defensive ends can typically fall off quickly. But they weren't against paying him this year. So I think that's why you see the raise. So he's basically making $29 million, $30 million this year, and then he can go into free agency next year. So if he has a big year, you know, who knows? The Bengals may re-sign him, but he can go anywhere he wants and try to make some money. And I think, you know, the Bengals were willing to do term at a lower cost, but they did not want to give him the multiple years at the $30 million, which I don't blame him, really. So I was thinking maybe more of like they did one of those, you know, fake 2-year deals where it's like, you know,
they can opt
three,
out.
it's like 3 and 90, but really it's like a 2-year, $50 million deal. But I mean, obviously both sides want to get something done. They need him. He knows it. So making a 29 million guaranteed isn't bad either.
Oh no, it definitely isn't. But I mean, this kind of falls in line with, you know, what they say about Cincinnati's management, that they really don't want to pay people, and it looks bad on the organization. And I know their fan base is tired of it, being that, you know, they got Joe Burrow there, they got Jamar Chase, You definitely don't want to be wasting Burrow's some of Burrow's best years there because you're being cheap and don't want to sign a defensive player.
Yeah.
And then your boy Teddy, he gets a deal done. I think what it was like 96 million or something for like 3 years. So
Yep.
this situation I thought would get handled fast,
Yeah.
which it did.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really think they were going to hold out on him.
Yeah.
Being the direction that they're going in, and they have a quarterback that's still in a rookie deal, so they can afford to do it. So I'm interested to see how their offense looks. Being they got the new additions of well, they traded Brian Robinson Jr. Apparently they're looking they like the one of the rookies. I think he's like JMC or something. And then your boy Debo. I know they
Yep.
like to use him as a runner sometimes. So I'm interested in seeing how that whole dynamic plays out. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be good. They got Debo to complement Terry, so they needed both guys there, I think, and obviously Terry's great in the locker room. Everyone loves him, and he's a safety blanket for Jaden. So I think everyone knew this deal was going to get done. It was just a matter of when.
yeah, pretty much. Like like I said, this situation is different from all the other ones. We didn't really think it
Yeah.
was going to become a problem. So and then your boy Shador, they list him as the third quarterback. Man, how you feeling, man?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I felt like I don't know. Maybe just felt like I felt like he didn't get a fair shake, but maybe that's just in the public eye against Dylan Gabriel. I don't know. I figure one of those two will be starting within a few weeks anyway, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think we'll see him at some point this year.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I think I don't want to say he outplayed Gabriel. I mean, he did have a better game compared to Gabriel, but I mean,
Yeah,
Gabriel did play against the defending champs. Even though it wasn't the starters, but still,
yeah,
we saw how they draft, so we already know they got a bunch of guys on the defense that can go. Um,
right.
but I think ultimately that Cleveland still needs a lot of help, whether it be running back. I mean, they got a rookie running back, Judkins, and another guy.
Hmm.
Receiver wise, they don't really got too much there. I mean, they got Jared Judy, but I mean,
Hmm.
he hasn't been the most reliable. I mean, they have some decent pieces on offense, but the question is, I don't really think they're going to be putting up a lot of points.
Yeah,
But their defense is going to keep them in games, so they could definitely win games. Like I want to say kind of like Baltimore with like on 13 points and over. Like they got to get over 13, but probably
yeah,
over 21 for them, which seems doable based off some of the teams they're playing. But they're still going to have a losing record. But they do have 2 first-round picks, so I mean, whatever need they need, they'll definitely be able to fix that in the offseason.
yep, absolutely.
And then we got the Colts, man. Your boy Daniel Jones back from the dead. He's
Your
a
boy
start.
Daniel Jones.
Nah, that's your boy. Don't put that man on me. I don't know him. I never wanted that guy, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
I was so bad. I was like, this, who the hell is this guy at number 6? Um, but I mean, he goes out. He wins the starting job from your boy Richardson. Don't get me wrong, man. I don't want to say Richardson made it easy, but he did, man.
Yeah,
The
yeah, he
question is,
did.
what's left? What's next for Richardson, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
and like I think the this is one where the raw ability is there. They just couldn't harness it, and now Shane Steichen basically is coaching for his job, I think. So he's like, I can't ride this with this guy anymore. I need to do something. So
yeah, I mean, and they also have new management, unfortunately, because your boy Ursay passed away.
yeah,
Um, but I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out, man.
yeah,
I still don't think they can win that division. Being that the teams, uh, being that the Texans did what they did. I mean, the CJ's been killing. I told everybody he's going to take over that division.
yeah,
Um, So I mean, we're still going to wait and see how they can possibly still make the playoffs, depending on how things shake out. But they're probably going to be a team that's in the middle of the pack. So
Yeah, I think I wouldn't sleep on the Jaguars this year either. I think with a new coach, maybe get a little new life into Trevor Lawrence. He's a guy who turned Baker around, so we'll see what he can do with Trevor. I'm concerned about the the Texans, to be honest. Mixon now he had Nick Casario say that he may not play at all this year. I know they have Chubb, but who knows what you're gonna get at Chubb. Um, and then no Diggs. Obviously, he's in New England. Tank Dell, who knows when he'll be back.
yeah, he'll be back next
Uh,
year. I think he's out for the
yeah,
whole year.
yeah. So I'm a little concerned down there.
Yeah, I mean, as far as their running game, I think that's going to be an interesting situation. They still got Damian Pierce on the team, who's a valuable not valuable, but viable running back. But he doesn't necessarily fit the style they like. Um, I'm trying to think, is there another running back maybe they try to get during the season that comes in that can help, or
Yeah.
maybe make a trade? Who knows? But I think I think CJ's not a guy that really turns over the ball a lot. He's not really like a quarterback that's going to shoot you in the foot.
Right.
Um,
Right.
they got a good defense. Um, honestly, they could just air it out with Nico. Hopefully, Nico can stay healthy. I'm hearing some good things about Wiggins, who was the other rookie receiver. Um, and then they got Christian Kirk, who's
Yeah.
I don't want to say he gets buckets, but he definitely can get some yardage. We see when he did it from all the
Yeah.
teams he's been on. So
Yeah.
um, as I said, honestly, you can air it out if you needed to. Your defense is probably going to put you in good positions and going to be able to get you a ball. But the
Hmm.
thing is that you're not really going to be able to control the clock. So maybe they
Right.
figure out other ways to, I don't want to say maybe like Debo. They don't really have like a player like Debo where you're getting these receivers on sweeps or something to get them the ball. And that's kind of
Hmm.
like your rushing attempt to kind of run down the clock. But it's going to be an interesting situation depending on how these
For
running
sure.
backs shake out for them.
For sure.
And then we got your boy Kelsey, man. I mean, went out there, he won the offseason, man. He went out there, he put a ring on Miss Taylor Swift.
Hmm.
I mean,
Stole the show. Stole the
yep.
headlines.
Yeah, I mean, the NFL script writers are at work right now, man. He's going to propose to Taylor. Taylor's going to do the halftime show. And then at the end of the year, after they win the Super Bowl, they're going to announce they're having a baby. I
Yep.
mean, come on. I mean, you heard it here first, man. You heard it here first. So, but hats off to him. A lot of people were questioning the relationship. They didn't think it was gonna last. I did see some people put out some tweets talking about the divorce album is gonna be fire if they ever break up. Um, but I mean, I think Kel's gonna have a good year, or better
Yeah.
than last year. I won't say the best year, but I think it's gonna be better than the previous year, like previous year. Um, I feel like a lot of weights lift off his shoulders.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are kind of not the hunted anymore. More so
Right.
they're going to be the hunters because they lost some Super Bowls, so they kind of have a chip on their shoulder. I feel like this might be Kelsey's last year. He may want to go out with a bang. So it's going to be interesting to watch with this team, man.
Yeah. For sure.
And then we got NFL fantasy for some of you folks out there that are drafting this week, um, or the next few upcoming days. Um, how you feeling about fantasy this year, man?
You know what? I don't know. I I, uh, I think it's really I feel like there's again there's like a lot of mid talent. There's a couple high end guys. I think that we all agree on, and I think the quarterback position's fairly deep. Um, Again, probably a couple high end guys when you're looking at Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and then probably bunch of A tier guys below that that you can get. So I think it's deep, but the big question is going to continue to just be injuries and how do you how do you navigate those? It's a tough part of fantasy. if you take a guy like Jamar Chase and he ends up getting hurt, it kind of ruins your season. But I think that's the kind of the chance you take playing fantasy.
Oh yeah,
But I think there's a lot of good young players out there. You've already mentioned a couple potential targets. I'm not going to repeat them. But there's some guys out there that I think that could be pretty good. Like a Bucky Irving last year. In the right system with the right coach, can put up some numbers. I think Bucky Irving and Rashad White ended up being top 10 running backs last year. It's kind of wild, both of them in fantasy.
yeah. I know a lot of people that were saying Bucky Irving was one of those league winners.
Yeah,
When they assess all the people that won their fantasy league, Bucky Irving was one of those people that
yep,
was on everybody's team. He was on my other team that I won, other league I won. So
yeah. I
um,
drafted him in our league late.
yeah, so I mean, definitely, it's definitely gonna be interesting. I see them going in like the second round, um, high second one, the latter end of the season when you draft. So mid to later part of the second round. So
Yeah.
he's definitely going to be going quick. As far as players, man, who's somebody um that you want to say is a sleeper?
I think that kid from Washington maybe becoming less and less of a sleeper. The running back, what's his name?
Yeah, I
They
think it's
call him Bill.
yeah, but I think it's like JMC or something. They gave him some
Yeah.
initials. So
He showed out in the preseason enough that they traded Brian Robinson. Um, I think he's going to be a good late round pick. I think he's probably gaining steam a little bit, but he's a good one. You already talked about him, but Quinshawn Jenkins in Cleveland. I think he could get some touches. Who else? I like Braylon Allen on the Jets this year. I think he's primed to break out a little bit. Get out of Breece Hall's shadow a little bit. Probably for running backs. Probably it for me. Quarterbacks. I think Kyler Murray's going to have a good year. I think he's due.
I mean,
I, my con-
he low key has a good year, even last year.
he was top 12 last year as a quarterback, so he was good. Um, he wasn't like killer, but he was solid. So obviously injuries are always concerned with him, and sometimes like he just has. I think what turns people off is he has like really bad games sometimes, like really bad.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but but he also has some like killer games. I felt like that was usually the boom and bust with Lamar for a few years when he
Hmm.
first got going. You'd have some awesome like 40-point games, and then you'd have like a 2-point game.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously he's grown out of that, but I think Kyler's primed to have a good year. I think who else was the quarterback? Don't I mean fantasy wise, don't sleep on Justin Fields. He could be a top 10 fantasy quarterback too. The Jets may have like 3 or 4 wins, but he
He'll he'll put up
his
points from rushing.
he puts up points rushing. Yeah, it's huge. Wide receivers. I mean, I feel like there's no sleepers in the wide receiver department anymore. Colson Loveland, I think at tight end. I think he's going to have a pretty big year. He's already been kind of featured a bunch in the preseason. He's a big boy out of Notre Dame. Uh,
Yeah, I was hoping to get him.
I'm sure you were. Wide receivers. Who's on your wide receiver sleeper list?
I mean, I got a few. I got a Mecca Abuka since
Oh yeah. Yep.
what's the name's going to be out for a while on the Buccaneers.
Yep.
He'll probably eat up a lot of that time. I like Matthew Golden in
Yep.
Green Bay.
Golden in Green Bay.
Um,
Yep. They're
I
raving
think
about him out there.
yeah, so I think he'll be putting up some numbers. I like your boy T Mac down in Carolina. Um,
Hmm.
I feel like he's gonna. I don't want to say
Well,
he might. I think he'll put up 1,000 this year. To
he
be
sh- he
honest,
showed he showed enough for them to trade Adam Thielen today. So
yeah, I think he'll put up 1,000. And then there's Kyle Williams. He's out in Patriot land. But I'm not too high on him. Not too high on him.
Yeah, I know the Patriots fans are high on Trevion Henderson, as being like the next LaDainian Tomlinson. So
Thomason, yeah.
watch out there. There's gonna be a lot of hype around him, especially locally.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They they're gonna want to run the ball a lot. So
Yeah.
the question is how much of that backfield is going to be split between him and uh I forget the other guy they have. Who's the other running back? Henderson? Or no, isn't his name Henderson too, or something like that?
Ramondre Stevenson.
Stevenson, yeah. So just to see how much of a split the backfield is between those two. I know a lot of people were high on Stevenson going into last year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, things didn't pan out for him. But I mean, Drake May's gonna have to throw the ball to somebody, right? So,
True.
so it's gonna be one of those receivers on that team is gonna shine, whether it be Diggs or Kyle Williams. Um, as far as other receivers, I don't really think there was anybody. As far as receivers, I'm trying to think. I mean, there's some other guys that switched to new teams, but I mean, like the Bills, Josh Palmer and the Bills, but the Bills are always like a by committee type of team.
Yeah.
So I can't really say he's going to get a lot of targets.
Sure.
I'm interested in Amari Cooper going back to the Raiders. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know Jacoby Myers said he wanted to trade, so they're gonna have to sling the ball to somebody besides Bowers.
Yep.
As far as running backs, I mean, I'm interested to see how the JNT situation pans out in Oakland, or not, Vegas now, because they're projecting him to get a lot of touches. I mean, you mentioned some of the running backs, also the Jaguars situation. I'm hearing like a split backfield with ETN and the other guy. I can't remember the guy's name. Banks. I think it's
Bigby.
yeah, Bigby.
Bigby. Yep.
But then I'm also hearing about the other guy, 210. So I don't know what's going on with the Jaguars team.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I just know Thomas is going to catch a bunch of passes, no matter who the quarterback is. And then I don't really think there was anybody else. I mean, you mentioned the tight ends. I'm hearing some stuff about Arroyo, Seattle. But I haven't really seen him, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a bunch of guys, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, what happens in those later rounds. Once people start picking off their sleepers, or how early people start picking off their sleepers, then you can really tell who did their homework. Well, like some of these names start getting picked in like the 7th, 8th, 9th round or stuff like that. Who's somebody you're definitely staying?
Probably McCaffrey. Not that I'd have the opportunity to draft him, but if given the opportunity, I know. It's worrying me actually. Because I feel like I would need to take him.
If he was like like your second pick, would you pick him?
Well, my first and second picks are back to back.
Yeah, but I'm saying let's say whoever you pick first, and then would you be more comfortable if you picked them second and not first? Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter, but
doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm concerned that he's going to be there, and I'm going to have to take him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like as long as he's
hoping
not
someone
first,
else takes him.
Yeah, as long as he's not first, as long as you don't take him first. That's the thing about fantasy. It's always like the first pick in the first. Every year, the first pick always something happens. So.
Yeah, I'm not honestly I'm not opposed to taking guys. I think it's really dependent on where you get them. Because yeah, to your point, like if you get McCaffrey like pick 11 or 12, it's probably worth it. I just don't want him before 4.
Yeah.
Or 5, right? And I'm trying to think. And there's really like Bowers is another guy I'd like. I just don't know if I want him that early. Like it worries me that Geno Smith's his quarterback. I don't know. It's more stuff like that. Like, yeah, I would want Jamar Chase one. I don't like even. I'll be honest. Like Bijan scares me a little bit. Like not like I think he's gonna have a good year, but like as a top 3 pick, I don't know. Like, do I trust the offensive coordinator to be better this year? Because like, um, yeah,
Yeah, I definitely have questions about some of those uh, top pick guys. I mean, Chase is not really honestly. There's no real question unless Joe Burrow gets hurt, right?
yeah,
Um,
sure,
Bijan, they did have some offensive line issues. They had like 2 guys leave. New
yeah.
offensive coordinator. You
Well,
give them,
Caleb McGarry's hurt. He's out for the year. They're the guard they
yeah,
just paid all that money to.
yep. So, is it going to be that much of a difference? You know, we're going to see, Penix for the full year. Our team's going to be able to figure him out based off what the tape he put out last year. Um, and then as far as like, then you go to the three spot, right? You got, let's say you take Saquon. Is he going to be damaged from all that running last year, or is he going to be the same? Are they going to run him less? What's the situation like, right? And then you got Gibbs. I mean, that'll probably be my pick at 4 if he's there. They did lose 2 players on the offensive line, new offensive coordinator, right? Are things going to be the same? Um, and then, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are liking CeeDee Lamb as well, right? Dak's going to be back for a full year. The previous year, but
Yeah,
when Dak was healthy, CD was like the number 1 receiver, right? Um, and then you got Jefferson. Vikings are all in on McCarthy, right? We haven't seen anything from McCarthy, right? Um, how good of a quarterback is he? They don't really have a backup quarterback, so um, is he going to be able to get as many yards as he's not like used to, right?
right.
But I think these teams will figure it out. I think, like you mentioned before, it's more about like, taking players at certain spots. Like you're definitely feeling more comfortable if one of those players slides to you or so forth. So
Yeah,
just like you mentioned with the Bowers, I can't justify taking him early. He only put up like 208 fantasy points, right?
sure.
If it's him or Kyron Williams who put up about
Yeah,
250, right? I'm
yeah.
definitely
It's
going to
tough.
take Kyron
Yeah,
over him, right? Because
yep.
he's going to get more touches, right? I
And
feel
and you
like they're
know
going to,
McVay's going to use him right,
right?
use
Yeah.
him properly.
So it's all
It's a
going to be
lot of
about,
yeah. It's a lot of scenarios for me like that.
yeah, it's going to be like who falls to me here and there, who's
Right,
already on my team, who am I willing to take a risk on? But I'm
right.
definitely staying away from Kyle Pitts, man.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I will not draft him.
So it's definitely going to be interesting to watch, man. Once everything starts tumbling down, and then is there a player that you feel like you have to get this year?
I don't know if I have to get somebody. I try not to put put guys like that, or at least in the top, in your top 8 rounds or so. I try not to put guys like that on my list because then I feel like I reach for them and I don't want to. So no, I don't necessarily have a guy I want. But I do target some guys later in rounds that I want to get, like lottery tickets, like a Bucky Irvin type last year, um, even going way back, like David Johnson from the Cardinals. I had him. I got him in like the last round and just held on to him until time was right. So that's the kind of people I try to target. Nothing that's going to affect my top end draft though.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's more so like guys in the later round that I definitely want to take that risk on, as far as like some
Right.
of the rookie receivers, tight ends, or running backs. Um, as far as like you mentioned, like a lottery ticket, right? You don't really
Yeah.
expect it. I mean, I won't say you don't really expect it to pan out, but you hope it does. And if it does, it'll be a huge payday for you. So,
Right.
um,
Exactly.
I definitely have a few guys on the list. So I'm definitely hoping that they're around when that time comes. But
Hmm.
um, we'll see what happens, man. I do have some backup plans in case it goes awry and people did do their homework and they start reaching, like you mentioned, for some of those players. So it's all gonna be a strategy, man.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it for the NFL. I don't think there's anything else going on. And then on to the NBA. Not too much here. Your boy Joker, he declines his option. Um, I mean, the reason why he declined is it's gonna help him make an extra 77 million. I mean, I would do that any day of the week.
Oh yeah.
The question is will he stay with Denver, man?
Well, doesn't he have to max out his money?
Yeah, but I mean, they can always do a sign and trade, so you
Yeah.
never know. But I doubt Denver will do that. I mean, well, you never know. I mean, he is aging. You might be able to get some good pieces for him.
Yeah.
But we're definitely gonna have to wait and see how it pans out for him.
For sure.
Because I mean, the rumors are circulating, man, about him going to LA or something, man. So,
Oh God.
or they said him and Giannis being free agents at the same time. But honestly, I can't see those two playing together.
I
Well,
can't either. Actually.
I can't. But I feel like Joker will make it work. But I mean, that'll be the fastest, slowest team in the NBA.
Oh yeah.
So other than that, I mean, your boy Sleazy Beasley, he got off. He got cleared from the
Lazy Beasley.
he got cleared from his FBI
That's
investigation. Unfortunately, it sucks because he was in the middle of like trying to get like 20 million a year, but now he has to settle for like the vet minimum. I was gonna say I wonder if he could take legal action against somebody.
Yeah. They cost him a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
I'd have been mad, man.
Oh.
But I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Other than that, it wasn't really much else in the NBA. Still another 2 months out before they kick off. So
Nah, month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, we're getting there. We'll be there soon. We'll be there before you know it. Believe me.
oh yeah, I don't really count like that first few weeks because I feel like they outside of the opening day where they put top teams like head to head after
Yeah.
that first day or two. I'm
Yeah.
more interested to see how the inside the NBA is going to work.
Yeah.
Being them
I am too, actually.
being them going to ESPN and they can't use any of the game film from NBA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I
Oh,
think the
I didn't hear that part.
yeah, because I think the rights they might fix it by the time it happens. Supposedly the rights are still owned ABC or something.
Oh,
It,
interesting.
it, it's like weird, like the you know how they put that nonsense in the front. You can't televise without the approval of the NBA and all that stuff.
Yep.
So I think the way they have the rights like set up, it's like spread out. So not everybody owns it. Not one person owns it. And I think being that they're under one entity, they're not allowed to really use everything. But
Gotcha.
we're gonna wait and see how this pans out. But
Yeah.
I still think it's gonna be funny. I mean, just seeing them sitting there talk about each other is gonna be hilarious. So and then I mean on to the WNBA, not much here. I mean, they stopped throwing dildos on the court. Caitlin Clark's still injured. I mean, Paige Becker's been killing it lately.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not surprised. She was the higher ranked of the two um, going into college, but she, did stay another year because of injuries. Um, not really much here. They are still fighting for their contract though, their CBA.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
They
still
did
going.
they did turn down a 400% increase. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what the next offer is, see what they were trying to get, whether it be a higher percentage of the cut or more pay. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious to see how this all goes.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if, even though the minimum salary is about 250, there's still going to be some players in college making more than that.
Hmm.
So I don't really think this entice players to come out of college yet. So as far as women's basketball players, they're definitely staying for 4 years, maybe 5 if they could. So
Yep.
then as far as MLB and NHL, not really much here. There's not really much.
Yeah.
Well, not really anything.
We'll we'll see when it comes to the postseason in baseball. It's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, it might be the Dodgers again, man. It's ridiculous. Um, but I mean, they're doing what they need to do, man. They got the right coaches, right personnel in place,
Yep.
um, and not afraid to spend the money on the right players. So,
Right. Right.
and then we had a PGA wrap up. Your boy Fleetwood uh, held off the competition, and he took it down, man. I did not. I thought Scotty was gonna get him, man, but
Yeah, I actually did too. But Fleetwood was able to hold on. Staved off Scheffler, Cantlay, all the the top 30 in the FedEx Cup for his first win. It was good to see him win. He's had some close ones this year. It really felt like he's been hitting the ball extremely well all year long. For that, my buddy was calling him the fairway king or something like that because he was just like he's hitting every single fairway. But yeah, I think he's one of those guys that a lot of Americans root for, even though he's English. He plays a ton in the U.S. He's likable. He's down to earth, and he's a fun guy to watch. And you never guess that he was 34 years old because he looks about 45, 46. Like I, I like knew that going into this year, but after he lost in Memphis a couple weeks ago, I was like, man, this might be it for Tommy. And I was like, wait a second, he's like 30 something years old. I looked it up. He was 34. Um, but yeah, it was good to see him take home the victory. Now we have to root against him in a couple weeks at the Ryder Cup.
oh yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much U.S. versus the world, so to say. But I mean, I felt like he was kind of late to the game. That's probably. I think that's why he's or maybe he's just stressed. He,
What's funny? I honestly think it's just the hat he wears. He wears this old Nike hat. Because when he took off his hat and like his hair kind of like flopped down a little bit, he looked like 10 years younger immediately. Um, so I think it's that, and his wife is much older than him. I think she's like 57. Um, that's why he has his two stepsons. One is like 20, I think 24, and one is like 22. And then his son is much younger, but yeah, I mean, it's good for him. Again, he's going to be. I can already tell you he's going to be awesome at the Ryder Cup. So get ready for that.
but yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun to watch. Seeing which side can take it down.
Yeah,
But hats off to him. Much deserved. He's been in
yeah,
a few matches this year where he was close, but just couldn't
yep,
pull the trigger. Um, but like I said, man, I felt like he was one of those guys that was late to the party. So
yep.
I think he was on this team like 2018 or something like that. So he hasn't really been around that long.
No, no, no. Um, I think he turned. Well, he's been around. Turned pro, I think, in his early 20s. So I mean, 10, 12 years, something like that. But this is I think he's been on the last 3 or 4 Ryder Cup teams. So turning slowly into a veteran of the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, and he plays well there. So
He does. Absolutely.
and then it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so tonight we got a cheesy chicken broccoli and rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I figure this is right up your alley. So pretty straightforward on this one. So just took some chicken breasts, chopped them up, added some avocado oil spray, some paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. Let that kind of sit for a little bit, and then cook that up. And then while that was cooking, I made the cheese sauce. So the cheese sauce was just some reduced fat cream cheese, some cottage cheese, and some reduced fat cheddar cheese, and then with a little bit of mac and cheese powder to give it a little extra kick. And so blended that up. And then once the chicken was done, I pulled it off, added some spinach, chicken broth, and some frozen broccoli in there, and got that stirred up, and then added 3 cups of cooked rice in there, and then the cheese sauce, and then the chicken, and just mixed it all up, and had some cheesy broccoli chicken goodness for the last few days.
Oh, that sounds good, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with cheese, chicken, and rice, man.
No, I figured that'd be right up your alley.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think my body still is becoming lactose, but I mean, it don't matter, man. Give me
Yeah,
some cheese, give me some ice cream. It's
yeah,
gonna be a good day,
exactly,
man. I'll just
exactly.
I'll just stay home, man.
I don't
I'll
need to
just
go
stay home.
anywhere.
Yeah, I'll just stay home, man. But that definitely sounds good, man. I'm sure the reheat value on that is amazing too. So,
So very good, yeah.
and then what'd you guys drink that down with?
All right, so it's weather's starting to turn a little cooler. So all the fest beers are coming out. So this one is from a brewery in Mooresville, which is just north of Charlotte. It's from a brewery called King Canary Brewing Company. They do quite a variety. They do IPAs, they do German style, they do all sorts of interesting stuff. But this was an alt beer. It's of German heritage, but it's like a kind of similar to an Oktoberfest style beer. But they typically brew it all year round. But it just hits better in the fall. It does have like a little subtle like caramel flavor to it. That's kind of the thing with the alt beer. Copper in when you pour it, it's kind of like a bright copper. I thought overall it was good. It was crisp. It was easy to drink. It was nice. Like again, nothing to write home about. But people that can brew these are usually pretty usually typically have pretty good beers across the board. And I'd like to try some more here. But for the take a gander alt beer, I'll give it a 7.6.
Well, that's solid. That's still solid,
Yeah,
man.
it was solid.
Definitely had to add that to the list, being that fall is upon us. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing some. I won't say some drinking some pumpkin spice coffee. I don't
Yeah.
know if I don't know if you're gonna do any pumpkin type beers. Um,
Uh, I'll have a couple. I'll get another one on here next week or so. Typically try to only have a couple and that's it. But I did have a pumpkin head the other day because they finally got them down here. So I did have one of those. But there's some other breweries that make some good pumpkin beers too.
oh yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not really a pumpkin person, so
I do sometimes. It depends on what it is. I do like the pumpkin coffee, the pumpkin flavoring coffee, pumpkin muffins, and an occasional pumpkin beer. But I don't think it's the pumpkin. I think it's more of the the pumpkin spice that's in it. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I feel like I can't have too much of it.
No,
Like
no.
I can get pumpkined out quick. So, but like I said, man, definitely have to add that to the list. And that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then this week for the BRRs, we're going through our regular shows. I mean, we watched the Love Island reunion. I don't know if you finished that yet.
I did not. I'm Michelle watched it. I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Yeah, man. It's I don't want to say not. I felt like they waited too long to do it.
Yeah.
Like they had us like glued in like when the show was going on. For them to
Hmm.
wait like a whole month and a half to after it finishes is just like it kills the
Yeah, I
vibe.
agree.
So and then still watching Revival, the show on Sci-Fi. It's an okay show. sci-fi show. Kind of weird, not the best acting. It's like a weird. It's just a weird sci-fi show. So if you like weird sci-fi shows, it'll be right up your alley. Finished Smoke on Apple.
I finished it too. I forgot to tell you I was watching that.
I liked it. It was a good show. I just didn't like the ending.
Ending was weird, right?
Yeah, it was. I felt like they tried to Fight Club us.
A little bit.
But then also they still left some stuff hanging as far as like I
Yeah,
thought the black guy was gonna get out of jail, and I feel like there was
Freddie.
somebody still. Yeah, I feel like that there was somebody still setting fires, but they didn't really talk about it. So
Yeah. Well, they have to be setting up for a second season because you don't really get any closure on the death of the police officer there, Burke. That she started the fire, and also like she was claimed not to be an arsonist, but really was a pro in setting that fire.
that fire, yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so I like
as it, and
are
and then
all
there's a couple when she was driving with him, and he's like, "You like fire?" And she's like, "No." And she's like, but he's like, "But you don't hate it." And she's like, "No." That was kind of weird.
yeah, but I feel like that was the same thing what the Freddie guy did to him when he
Oh
interviewed him
yeah,
when he
yeah,
was like who hurt you and like all this stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah,
so maybe I'm gonna say maybe the new person that comes in with her next season outs her and then it's like a continuous cycle or
yeah.
um but I feel like it's not gonna be a mainstay. There's not really like a mainstay cast, if that
No,
makes sense. So
yeah.
um
They have
I'm
some
into
pretty good they have some pretty good actors in that. The Taron Egerton's pretty good. I think that's really the first time I've seen his face. Normally he's like I know he does like a lot of directing and things like that.
Mhm.
But I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, that's it. Overall it was a good show. I mean, as far as the acting, it was a little slow at first. I wasn't
Yeah,
really
it
sure if I
was.
was gonna
Yeah.
like wasn't really sure if I was gonna like it, but then like maybe like the third or fourth episode it kicked up when you found out
When you found out
uh
he was the one setting the
one
fires when he walked
Sunfires, yeah.
out, that's
Yeah,
when it
you're
really
like
turned up. I agree.
oh, okay. You're like,
Okay.
all right, we got some action here.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. And
but
honestly, I couldn't stand listening to Freddie talk. Like, I was like, please stop this guy from talking. Like, it was so slow. Like, before he got into jail, I was like, oh my
yeah,
gosh, I
it
can't
was
listen to
weird.
him.
Like he was like yeah, it was that was weird. It was like, I don't know.
I know.
Like,
Just like,
get the
come on,
word out,
man.
man.
I
Today, Junior.
know. Especially like when he
So
was in that interview for the manager position. He's like,
yeah,
I just like to make people
people
happy.
happy. Yeah,
I'm just like, oh my God.
yeah. But
Let's
let's
get to the point where he lights this place up because he's
yeah.
pranking somebody.
All right, who's gonna be set on fire?
Exactly.
But I mean, ultimately, it was a like I said, man, it was a good show, good acting. Just curious of where they're gonna take the show.
Yeah.
Wasn't too happy about the ending, but sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
But definitely something you could check out. I mean, Apple's doing a good job with these shows, man.
Yeah.
And then watching Dexter Resurrection. It's probably the best show on Showtime right now. They actually canceled Dexter Origins, which is like
I heard that. Yep.
pretty much how he became Dexter. I think they're gonna move forward with the Dexter Resurrection the way it's going. Has a lot of top actors in there too, but it's a good story. They did a good job of not making Dexter seem fun, dull, put him in a new situation. Um, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this pans out, man. Um, the Institute, I mean, I don't know, man. I might have to go back and just sit down and watch it all at once. 'Cause this show is boring, man. I don't know, man. So you can skip that until I try to rewatch it. If not,
All right.
yeah, just
All
skip
right.
it. It'll be a while before I get into that. Then we got Alien Earth on FX. aka Disney, because Disney bought everything. Um, Good show, man. They're on episode 4 right now. It's pretty much takes place between well, right before Alien One. Um, so this is like pretty much after like Prometheus. Well, not right after Prometheus and the other one
Hmm.
was Alien Covenant. Then it's Alien Earth. This is pretty much taking place maybe like 2 years before Alien One. So um, we're getting a lot of information as far as like what's going on Earth, um, like the state Earth is in as far as like the types of people that are there, whether it be human cyborgs or like full synthetics. So I mean, they're doing a great job of giving us the alien. The alien pretty much is murdering people pretty much the first three episodes. Um, Now we're kind of in a new point where some stuff is happening. I don't know if you checked it out yet,
Mm-mm.
where we're getting to discover more about the alien creature and some other creatures as well, which is going to be setting up for some more stuff to come. So if you're a fan of the Alien franchise, definitely something you want to check out. So
Nice.
then we got Countdown. That's on Amazon. It's a decent show. I'm not sure if it's gonna make it to another season. Um, doesn't really give me that pop as far as like TV shows, but I feel like this is one of those shows that gets like 6 or 7 seasons because they're like one of those like FBI, CSI type shows,
Hmm.
um, where like those shows normally go on long because it's not really. It's just I won't say entertaining, but each episode is like a new case, kind of. So, but it helps to get to the bigger case, if that makes sense. Outside that, I watched Highest to Lowest. That's the new Spike Lee joint. Um, it's not out till the 5th, I think, September 5th, but it's
Okay.
coming out on Apple. It was okay movie. I had some gripes about it as far as like they played weird music at certain times. I felt like they could have dove a lot more into certain aspects of the movie as far as the music business and stuff like that. I felt like they kind of rushed to the ending. Kind of got solved pretty quick.
Hmm.
Um, so it wasn't really like it was like slow in the beginning and it picked up and it was just like too fast.
Hmm.
So um, but it's an okay movie. It's Denzel. I mean, he does a good job in the movie. I mean, he showcases his acting in certain parts of the movie. You're like, man, that guy's good. Unfortunately, we're only gonna get him for like another 8 movies. And after that, he said he's retiring. So gotta enjoy it while it lasts, man.
Yeah.
I did check out I Know What You Did Last Summer. Seems like they're revamping some of these older movies
Hmm.
into like spin-offs. It's kind of like a whole new I Know What You Did Last Summer, but then they kind of pay homage to some of the older actors. They put them in a movie, talk about them. This one was entertainingly surprisingly decent. Um,
Okay.
I thought it was going to be trash,
I
but
like a good you know what you did last summer.
yeah, it was decent. I don't think it was better than but I
Hmm.
thought it was decent. But I felt like that's how it always was when it came to like Scream versus I Know What You Did Last Summer and like some of
Right.
those other movies. It was always like second fiddle. So like I said, it's a decent movie. They're definitely gonna give it another one. Just like the Scream movies. So they're gonna milk these things.
Oh yeah.
So prepared to be see another one another year and a half or so. So and then some other stuff on the radar. I don't think there's anything really worth mentioning right now that I'm super excited about besides The Conjuring. That's like
Okay.
the fifth. I just like horror in those series. So, but I feel
Did you
like
watch what was that one that came out? Weapons? Weapon?
yeah, yeah, I saw that one.
What'd you think of that one?
Honestly, the truth, I thought it was overly hyped.
Mm.
Based off the reviews I saw.
Got a lot of
Um,
hype.
I do like the way they did it. Um, I feel like if they didn't do it that way, the movie kind of would have been over quickly. I do feel like they did set it up to do another one. Did you see it?
Hmm. No, I didn't see it.
Oh, did you see it? Okay. The way it ended, but I don't know if they'll go that route. So apparently, I'm hearing that they are in the works of doing like a prequel to Weapons, based off one of the characters who's like the bad guy, so to say, in the movie. But I thought it was interesting that they showed like the cast prior to them recasting the movie. They did have a lot of top end guys in there. I wonder if it would have made a difference.
Hmm.
I know Jordan Peele wanted to direct the movie, but they gave it to somebody else. It made me question a lot of stuff. But the fact that it got so much hype, and they're claiming like it's one of the best horror movies so many years, but I don't feel like it was. I feel like there was other horror movies better than this, that a lot of people don't talk about. But you know, but overall, it's not a bad movie. Definitely something when you get a chance. So I know it'll probably be
Okay.
on streaming services maybe in another month, maybe another few weeks. The way
Yeah.
they go from the movies to streaming services because they trying to get this money quick, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, other than that, it's not really much else I'm really interested in seeing besides maybe The Conjuring. Like I said, that's September 5th. As far as TV shows, I mean, we got Stranger Things. That's not like November, December where they're doing it. Yeah, I don't think there was I don't think there's anything else, man.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I just finished Smoke, and I don't know what I got next here. I gotta start looking at. Watch the poop documentary. I watched.
Was on the boat?
Well, yeah, that was
Oh yeah, I
fucking
watched that.
wild.
That was funny. No, what was wild is that they settled those people that was on the boat only got $500. That
Well,
was crazy.
did did you saw this at the end, right? Like that. I felt like they underplayed that part so much. Like that, what the lawyer was saying. Like when you signed up for that cruise, they basically don't guarantee you anything.
Oh yeah,
So,
and then the fact that the cruise company changed their terms and conditions right after that happening
well,
just
yeah,
shows.
because I'm sure they got freaking like leveled by people.
Oh
Like no one would sign up for, who would sign up for that knowingly?
yeah,
Like if your ship breaks down and we can't get food, like too bad, sorry, we don't guarantee you anything. Like if I'm paying, I don't know what cruises cost nowadays, but if I'm paying a couple $1,000s to go on a cruise, and you're making me sign this thing that says we could break down and you might not have any food and you have no recourse, like hell no, I'm not signing that.
yeah, but I
Like
feel
you,
like a lot of people also don't even know what they're signing. They just
oh, 100%, yeah. But
so I think
that lawyer at the end was funny. He's like, I really couldn't do anything because
think yeah,
they they all signed this thing.
yeah. So I mean, that was a crazy thing for me. As far as
Yeah,
documentaries, I was watching on Amazon. I think Amazon put out one about the Idaho killer. The one
yeah.
that
I
one,
started to watch that and then I stopped.
yeah, it was kind of sad, man. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Um, and then I know Netflix has one about the ice cream killer guy, the one that killed those girls in the ice cream shop in
Mm-hmm.
like the 90s. That one was decent so far. And they got the Biggest Loser one on Netflix. I started watching that
Oh, I
one.
watched that. That was good.
Oh yeah, okay. So I just started that, so I know I'll watch.
Yeah.
I'll finish that off. And then outside of that, I mean, we got stuff coming out, but it's not till later in the year, like Emily in Paris,
Hmm.
Fallout. Those all like December. We got Landman season 2, baby, coming out in
Oh
November.
yeah, that'd be good.
Slow Horses, I think that's September. But I still didn't watch it. I gotta go back to try to
I
watch it,
didn't watch
man.
it.
Um, yeah, there's not really much else. I know they got the Chief of War. I mean, that's out on Apple, but I didn't watch that. I'm watching Hard Knocks for the Bills. But it's good, Hard Knocks
Hmm.
and Hard Knocks. Trying to think what else. Wasn't really much else. I think there was one more. I think the Terminal List, um, Dark Wolf. I don't know that's on Amazon Prime. I think that's today actually. And then yeah, it wasn't really much else. I know The Boys and the other one are coming back later in the year. So wasn't really much else, man.
Nice.
That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.